Welcome back, my lovely friends, to yet another grouping of chapters from our favorite insane story. This is more of Subpar Smush Broas, Mishan Forum God 2, the real sequel. So before we get into this, I'm just going to go ahead and make this clear. The last couple of ones, I was very sober. These, probably not. I found me a nice wine called Ravage. Ooh. 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 It's going to be a fun night, kids. Author's notes. So it turned out I didn't even had to fight the really strong monster in Xenoblad. Then why is it even there? And now I have an otter girl on my grope again. Her name is Shalala, and she has a gun, so she must believe in scant almond mint. However, she looks kind of like Lauren's sister Leslie. That's word. I know Barack Obama's watching me because he take down my first stray from fanfiction.net. That's supposed to be fanfiction.net. So maybe he saw Lauren's sitar and told the people in Japton to make the game to have a character that looks liquor. I wonder why Obomo would do that. It's not really an evil thing to do, just word. Really self-centered shit. Anyway, next paragraph. Although I'm really excited right now because Nox Weekend is common at my skull, which means I might not be able to read a Shiptar, Nox Frida, or Satrada, just given a random. Next week, my freshman class is gonna vote for the prettiest girl in our class, and if I win, I'll get to stand next to the winning girls of sophomore and junior classes, and the homecoming queen herself. I already know that on off Fiv girls is going to be homecoming queen because the seniors already voted among all the seniors last week, and the Fiv boys and Fiv girls with the most votes were announced and will be voted by the Anter School for homecoming queen and queen when we vote for the Betts girl and boy in our own class. Also, if I win the freshman girl vote, I'll rid the parade with the boy who wins freshman boy vote, and everyone will see me with a boy and know I'm not lesbian. Everything to prove you're not gay. Like 10 different balls asked me to the dance, but I didn't really feel anything for any of them, so I said I'd think about it. If the boy who wins the vote in my class isn't single, I'll probably go back to the most popular off those otter guys and say I'll go white him. Plans. Anyway. Chapter 17. The Dart Forced. I ruined into the wads with Lucana chasing me. I knowed I had to get away, but she was running really fast and hid me. I was getting slowed down by Bronk while she could just cute them with her sod. Son, I runned into a Claren in the wads. Give up, Sarah. There's no way oo can hid, said Lucana. Navarre, I said. I don't wanna be a lesbian. Too bad, said Lucetta. Suddenly, a hug bear entered the clern. Roar, said the bear, because it was a bear. It actually says that. No, I have bear to help me, I said. Oh, lol, you're stupid. How do I know the bear won't attack instead of me? Lucetta said. 'Cause all animals are God's crackers, and they will protract a Christen, lick the Tim, the Bibal when Lens, Woldant attack that guy, and the Otter Tim when God send a bear to kill some people who are being mean to Christians. Both of those things really happen there in the Bible. That was a hard sentence. I don't believe in God or the Bible because I'm liberal athust Lisbon, said Lucena. Besides, God is captar by Satan. Renew. How do you know the animals don't work for Stan now too? Yeah, how do you know the animals don't work for Stan? Lucena had a pint. All I could do was hop and pray that the bear would attack Lucena instead of me. Roar, Bear said. I imagine this fight going down in the clearing, and there's just a guy in like a bear onesie, and every now and then he just goes, roar. It runned at Lucena. I was saved! And then an otter bear came. Otter bear, the most dangerous of bears. And some lins, and some tigers, and some wolves, and some otter really strong animals, like otters. And some eagles fled at the ski, because not only are they God's karachers, they are alos the symbols of America. So they don't lick liberals destroy the Constitution. Lucena was getting mauled by the animals, but then I remembered all the good Tims we had before she was Lisbon, and I feel guilty and knowed I had to let her live so she could be Maud Strate again, because if she died right now, she'd go to hell for sure. What stop? I said. Don't kill her. All the animals stopped attacking Lucena and started wanking away. Oh no. Lucena was still alive, but she was in jar, or robbed me, so she ruined away. No Tate Lucena weighs into a tret for no. I knew I had to get back to Mishan before morning, when Master Han checked to make sure I didn't leave. I knew Lucena could just enter the Mishan through the front door, because Master Han did say she could leave Dighton Shun at any time. But I had to find a ladder. I decided to go where Rain and Fona and Good Clon Sarah were staying and ask them where they put the letter. Here bloody is, said Rain, and he give me the ladder. And I went back to Mishan and climbed in through the window. The widow. Back to Dighton Shun Rome. Lucena was still alive and had some band-aids. Some bad aids. She had bad aids. Over the injars from the animals in the fortrats who survived me. Uns these injaries are heal. I'm gonna mock u lesbon Sarah, she said. U just wate. A buncha amanos won't save u next Tim. I knowed I couldn't get lucky for avar. I knowed all I could do was pray that Mark and his dad would find a cure to make Lucina strate again, so she will not want to wrap me a nemer. The next day, Master Han asked Lucina where she got the jars from. I got them because I went into the forest last night to pick some flowers, she said, and some animals ate. No, the animals ate because she was an evil as boon and was trying to rob me, I said. That's ridiculous. Where would she be trying to rob you in forest when Earth's too supposed to be in Dighton unless you blockade the rolls and escape, in which case I'll give you even more Dighton. Nastier Haynes said. No, Sarah was Dighton the whole time. Lucina said. I would had to surprise her by giving her the fowlers. Not flowers, fowlers. As a sin of friendship. But I guess she still hates me. It's okay. Okay, it's too bad Sarah so intolerate, Master Hans said. But you really need to get to hospital for your injars to be healed. And then us... What? Heal and then us... Admakar to mock hard-working job cratters like Sarah's dad pay for it, cause Socialazoom is great. Socialazoom sounds like a sultan, like some kind of bullshit sultan in a terrible story. You know, one that's like written by a terrible corporation. Socialazoom and the 50 rugs or some shit like that. I don't know. Chapter 18. Dighton is over. Author's notes. Today was the day when we got to vote on the Home Cumin King and the Home Cumin Queen. And also, the Beast Frishman girl and boy. I voted for myself for Beast Froshman girl, obviously, and picked the prettiest of the 5 options for Homecoming Queen. Her name is Emily, and she has long, wavy, rod hair and a smile that shows off her pre-fat tit. But she is a senor, and I'm just a fishman. I'm just a fishman. So she doesn't notice me. 2 years ago, when my brother Jessou was a senor, but then Emily was a soft mare. He asked her out, and she said no. And then my brother said she was a whore and a slut and a batch. He sounds like a stable individual. But she's way too pretty to be any of those things. For Home Cumin Keen and the Friedman boy, I voted for who some otter girls in Mahamram said they were voting for because they were Strate girls. And as a otter Strate girl, I licked the same kinds of giz as them. The story just keeps going places. Chapter 18. Dighton is ovary. It was the day Dighton was supposed to, and I was very scared because Math and his dad still didn't find the car. That meant Lucina, Dan me, would have to go back to Aram, and she would wrap me for sure, and none could protract me, not even Shulk. I prayed all the time that a cur would be fond, but it was no, because good and Jesus were captar, and there was none to answer my prairies. Lucina was held at the hospital during this time, and the hard-working job cratters of Nintendo World had to pay for it because of Boba Car. Matterhan Intar Dighton Shun Ram, or me and Lucana and Shulk were. Okay, Dighton Shan is over now. You have to go back to your rooms, he said. Are you sure I can't go to different Ram? I said. No, you can't. You need to learn homosexuality is okay by sharing the room with Lucana. She capitalized the room like it's the movie. That's weird. Master Hind said. But shall wrap me. No, urges prawned and introlent, said Mr. Gland. Now leave the Dighton Shun roam and go back to Ram to Shulk. Lucana, oo can do ever oo want, because oo've been having hard time with family and friends being mean to oo. It's okay, said Lucana. I'll go back to Ram with Sarah. I promise that before too long she won't be homophone anymore. She won't be a homophone anymore. I hop right, said Master Hump. So I had no choose but to go back to my Ram. Shulk come with me, but he would have to live at Nit, and then Lucana would rob me for sure. I'm gonna take a nap right now, Lucana said. I need to make sure I'm awake at Nit, because we're gonna have lots of Lisbon sax-ons. I make oo Lisbon. What should I do? I asked Shulk. I don't bloody know, said Shulk. You're the only hop of saving good in Jizaz, and if oo become Lisbon, oo'll be on Satin Sid, and the Rald will be Dome. No, I know it's in trouble, I said. Could oo two stop talking so loud? I need to slap, Lucana said. No, if oo don't Ned slap, you might be tired to have to rap tonight. That was a sentence. It was my only hop. I'll tell Master Hamp on oo if oo don't be quit, said Lucana, and then my hop was gone. Aw, no more hop. So me and Shulk have to lave the Ram. We finded Mark, and asked him if he found Kerr yet. No sorry, he said. My dad and I have been trin this whole time, but we can't get right ingredients. Maybe I can help, said Goy Roban. Lucana's us to be my girlfriend before she became lesbian, so it would be gratte if she was straight. Wow, she actually spelled straight right that time. Again. I'll hop too, said Grill Roban. And when me and Pete had to leave Heaven, we wrote a bunch of stuff that might be the right in Grododon'ts, said Pallet Towner. Maybe we can help. Grot, I said, but I still don't think oo can get it done by tonight. Unfortunately, no, said Mart, and it will be very hard to survive tonight with your Stratins intic. I have Ida, said Girl Roban, looking very happy. What? Why don't oo sleep with me instead of Lucana? Master Hans said I couldn't do that. Then just wait somewhere soft from Lisbon's in the main chain until Major Hans goes slap himself, Girl Roban said. Yay, I said. I would be soft. That night, I waited in the kitchen for Master Han to go to his room to sleep, and then I went to Girl Roban's room and fell asleep. Sarah, I heard in my sleep. I waked up and saw Girl Roban standing over me, and Lucana was with her. Lucana just came in here, and maybe Lesbon, said Girl Roban. And no, we're both going to mock Lesbon too, Lucana said. Oh no, this was Evan Wurs being stuck in Rom with Lesbon. I was stuck with 2. How would I solve Missilf? I have no idea how you're going to solve Missilf. But we'll find out the next time. Because we're out of time for this. So thank you everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can understand any of this. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to donate to that. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Okay, I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.